Awaits. The referee for this bout is Rudy Ortega. Introducing first in the red corner, wearing the black trunks and weighing 169 pounds from Santa Rosa, California. He's 3-5 as a pro. Introducing Fabian Molina. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the green trunks and weighing 172.5 from San Francisco, California. Undefeated at 3-0 with 1 KO. Ladies and gentlemen, Irish Danny MaGuire.
Fabian, Danny, you know the rules. When I tell you to break after falling into a clinch, I want you to take one step back and break clean. You understand that? If there's any violation of the rules, I'm going to enforce the rules. Don't violate the rules. You understand it, Fabian? You understand that, Dan? Shake hands with me, the best man.
Here's a look at Danny MaGuire. Again, boxing really making a comeback here in the Bay Area, and here's another reason why. Danny MaGuire, Pat Lawler, and credit always sells a lot of tickets. He's a stablemate of Danny MaGuire's. Eddie Crawford, you saw just a moment ago. A lot of interest in the sport in the Bay Area, and as someone who lives here, I'm glad to see it.
I'll tell you one thing, this is an excellent crowd here. It filled up a lot of this arena. Fabian Molina. Ooh. I don't know if you noticed, but Fabian brought a rooting section. He's got the Fabionettes here. That's impressive. I've already voted the ring card girl here. We did get a glimpse of her earlier as the ring card girl of the year, period. End of sentence, end of paragraph. I don't care who we see the rest of the year or we've seen, she wins the title hands down. Possibly for the decade, all right? I just want to get that clear before we go on. All right, now we can get back to the boxing. A lot of action in this fight. Yes, Danny MaGuire going downstairs to the body, and Fabian, you know, here he is against the guy who is, you know, the local favorite, and, but he came in here ripping, trying to knock MaGuire out early. Yeah, he did. He has plenty of support here too. Yeah, that's true. He's still working on MaGuire here. Wow. You know what? It's a brawl and it's a walkout fight, but it's fun. They both got there. It's not as if Fabian came from across the country, did he? Fieldsburg, actually, very nice area up near the wine country. Very close to here. See, it's great to have a geographer of California right next to me. It's been a fun first round. Both men have had their moments. Yeah. MaGuire hammering at Molina, who covers up a rope-a-dope. See what? MaGuire has a very good left hook to the body. Throws that punch with a lot of authority and gets good leverage. He also gets cut. Yeah, as we see. Over the right eye. He's coming in with his head first. Molina holding on, too. That could be a pretty bad cut. They're going to have some work to do. And there's the left hand. You talked about the left hand. Molina says, I'm not hurt. I'll tell you, MaGuire looking to the crowd. This is like a real old-fashioned club fight. It really is. And not only a club fight, but club crowd. Yeah, they're into this. And everybody here really has a rooting interest. Molina fighting back, takes a double left hook. Molina pushing with the right hand. It's not that powerful, but he got there with it a couple times. When I tell you to break, I want you to break. Rudy Ortega gives him a little warning. He says, when I tell you to break, I want you to break. Interesting first round. We'll be back. It's an Eastern state. Here is MaGuire landing the left hook that sent Molina down toward the end of that round. MaGuire greets Molina with a left hand to start this round, and a right. That right hand hurt. That was a great jab that MaGuire. Molina, to say that he slaps a little bit is the understatement of the year. You know, MaGuire looks like a guy that does have some skills. Unrefined at the moment, but he does have some skills. Throws the left hook to the body with a lot of leverage. In the first round, and you can see pretty good connect percentage from MaGuire. Very good indeed. 59% will get it done most of the time. And the cut's still dripping blood. We haven't ascertained whether that came from a clash of heads or an actual punch. Of course, it's not as if their heads have been bobbing in and out there.
No. Another left hand by MaGuire.
Well, in a way, this is almost a matter of time. I don't know that Molina can hurt MaGuire. And MaGuire clearly can hurt him.
Molina clearly looks like a guy who's the toughest kid in Healdsburg.
Yeah. He needs a lot of work on technique. That was a good right hand on Molina, too. That was the best one he's thrown. He's getting whacked pretty good with those left hooks by MaGuire. And I'll tell you, I think he is fading rapidly. When I do get back to Las Vegas, the town will be buzzing about Tarkanian rescinding his resignation. I'm sure there are a lot of machinations going on there, I'll tell you.
I'm sure he is just going to the mat with the university presence.
And there has been a building support for him there, so it's interesting. The support,
more than I've ever seen down there. People are taking sides.
Yeah. Wow, both landed good right hands, and MaGuire uses his head a little bit as a weapon. That's one skill he's refined.
Yep. Rudy Ortega's got his hands full here.
Oh, yeah. Well, because all the mauling and brawling and flexing. And now Molina, they both use their heads. The referee giving a warning to MaGuire, who doesn't look too interested in that warning. MaGuire's keeping his hands pretty low, too, though.
I really have an idea that either one of these guys could just crank it up at any given moment. There was a right hand.
He just winds up.
He did exactly that.
He can land it when he, if he does that punch a little quicker. Look, I can't even talk this fight. He's got me so confused.
You wind up.
I'm telling you. Never mind what I was going to say.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
4 seconds left of this round. There's more to come.
Excuse me.
We start the third round. Fabian Molina in the black, Danny MaGuire in the green. What other color would Danny MaGuire be wearing?
Of course, yeah.
In the second round, a little bit closer.
Well, Fabian started landing those good right hands toward the end. Another warning from Rudy Ortega. And he really did have his moments in the last part of that round against MaGuire.
Combination by MaGuire. MaGuire works off the jab. Generates a lot of power.
He has had his moments here where he's shown us some skills. He's only 22 years old. Andy Nance has been working with him, who we saw years ago on Top Rank Boxing.
Oh, big right hand.
Fabian comes back with his own right, so Molina shows you can still land that right hand. This is kind of like a Golden Gloves match, that, without the headgear.
Yeah, this is like you hit me, I hit you. We'll see who falls down first.
You're right there in the action. Our director, Mike Wells, coming here, sitting in for Gary Clem, who's away for a while, along with our producer, Ken Dennis. I think Mike came just because it was your hometown. He said, I want to go to San Francisco on behalf of Barry.
Let's go.
And the pretty pictures, courtesy of Gordy Sager.
There he is. That's his camera run. MaGuire is, doing well here, landing some pretty good punches. But I think his biggest problem is he tends to just drop his hands and let the other guy hit him. And in Molina's case, Molina's not in trouble.
Molina looked to Rudy Ortega for something, and when he did, MaGuire hit him. It just violated the most basic rule in boxing.
Cannot look. You have to protect yourself at all times. You can't look to the referee for help on any kind of transgression. Molina landing effectively here.
This is great stuff here.
Really. And, I have to say, Danny MaGuire would have, if Molina had more skill, a bigger skill level, his defensive problems, MaGuire's defensive problems would really be haunting him.
Oh, big left hand staggers Molina.
You can see there how MaGuire can be hit with these shots, but Molina with very little power. Let's give Molina some credit, though. He's hung in there.
There he cocked the right hand again. He took a left uppercut. And he got there.
Wow.
MaGuire was staggered and is still in trouble going back to his corner.
Don't you look over at the referee. Don't you look at the referee.
Fourth and last round. Fourth and last round.
He's hit with his head. Oh, look. You heard him?
Fourth and last round.
MaGuire got whacked.
He got nailed at the end with the right hand. I don't think he felt like he could be hurt. Now here's where he took a look over at the ref to ask him something, and boom, got hit with the right hand. Not a good move. And you heard them get on him in the corner.
You fight this whole round and keep that chin down and this right hand right here until you let it go, okay? You listen? Let it go. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
That's good advice.
Yeah. Now, what are the odds that he'll heat it? So it's the last round of what has been a most entertaining fights.
Entertaining evening, actually.
Yeah. Look at the numbers for the fight. MaGuire clearly with the edge, but he was hurt at the end of the last round.
Now there's something pretty darn unique for Molina. He jabbed 3 times and threw the right hand and threw a good right hand. And you know what's interesting, Barry? That right hand had a lot more on it because of the jab.
I think he might have MaGuire hurt again here.
There's another right there to get. See, he's showing that punch a lot straighter, and he's getting it there. Well, I think Molina would need a knockout to win, obviously, but
not out of the question.
Well, he's landing some pretty good shots. That right uppercut came from, wow, I mean, so far out. Crowd into this?
Yeah, and they're rooting for Molina right now.
Molina is really trying here. He's trying to land that right hand. And MaGuire keeping his hands down a little low. And if Molina was a little more accurate with it, he might be getting that punch in.
Clash of heads there.
MaGuire coming back here finally.
MaGuire doesn't have much in the way of legs left, I'll tell you that. It won't take a lot.
Molina, not a very powerful puncher, and that is part of his problem. He's winding up at the right hand. Hey, he's into this now, I'll tell you.
This could be the only fight I've ever seen with a balk call.
What would they do to MaGuire if they called a block?
Yeah, that's right. Well, both fighters, I'm sure, will get a big round of applause, and it'll be worthy.
You know what? They've put a lot of effort into this bout. No, they're not the most skilled boxers you'll ever see, but they're trying very hard, and it has been entertaining. Oh, come on, Rudy. Let him fight. Okay, so there's a few fouls going on in there. Good hook by him. That's the first hook Molina has landed in this bout that's really been effective. He's winning this 4th round, Molina, but doubt that it's enough for him. Slapping punches.
Yeah, they are, but it ends kind of, that's not a knockdown, I don't believe. Well, it ended with a flourish, didn't it?
That was fun.
Yes.
MaGuire will likely win this decision, but he really, really does need to work on his defense, because a boxer with more power than Molina has would have given him all kinds of trouble.
So there's a look at Molina. Probably didn't do enough, but I'll tell you, he earned his money.
He tried very, very hard this evening and did ultimately come up with some good right hands. And we might, while we have, as you see, SportsCenter will come up next with all those stories immediately when we're done. Just to recap, a great win for Louis Espinosa tonight.
Let's get to the center of the ring and Michael Buffer for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner by unanimous decision from San Francisco, Irish Danny MaGuire.
Well, Irish Danny MaGuire is a winner to run his record to 4-0. It was an entertaining last fight. Louis Espinosa, though, the man of the moment.
Terrific performance by him.